Kia ora and welcome to Ngā Puniwai Sports Hub here in Christchurch for coverage of the NZRL National 20s competition. And today's match features the South Island against Auckland Blue. Yes, conditions absolutely great in terms of the overhead skies and the pitch conditions here in Christchurch. We do have a strong easterly breeze blowing right across the pitch today. Not overly hot as we head towards autumn here in the South Island, but still really can't complain about the conditions when we look at that shot here. Lots going on at the Sports Hub today. We've got hockey games and we've got a track and field meet here too. But of course here we are on Rugby League, Sky Sport 4 for this clash today. Yeah, going to be a great game for you. Glenn Lama here today. Richie Barnett with me, the former Kiwis and Roosters and Sharks fullback. Richie, nice to have you back on the commentary team and looking forward to today's game.
Absolutely looking forward to the matchup. Auckland Blues only one game into this competition due to COVID. And of course, the South Island, well, they love playing Auckland here at their home ground in Waipunawai. So I'm looking forward to the matchup. It's going to be a big game. Desperation is in order here.
Yes, indeed. Auckland Blue, having played only the one game, they beat Central Districts a couple of weeks ago. The South Island have had a win and a loss heading into this clash today. Let's have a look at the visitors' lineup. Auckland Blue, their side features just a few changes from the one that beat Central Districts a fortnight ago. Fullback Nahumi Tiu and winger Ali Leatawa have switched positions for this game today. Taylor Papali'i starts a prop for the absent Theo Tongia, and Isaac Anatalia wearing the 13 jersey. He gets his first game of this campaign at lock. The captain is the impressive back rower and Warriors junior Zion Maiu'u, and the coach is Alan Ettles.
Alan, long trip down to the South Island. How are the boys preparing for this game?
Yeah, pretty well. Early start. We managed to meet at 5:30 in the morning. And to their credit, they were all there. So I think coaching staff were probably the last to arrive, but everyone's pretty keen.
Yeah, a few changes on the bench. What's the message behind that?
Just keep everyone fresh. I think there was opportunity for some other guys to have a look at, especially with the tournament being 5 weeks, and I think it's just a chance to give them a show.
Appreciate your time, Alan.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. 3 of the players on the interchange today for the Auckland Blues side are having their first games of this campaign. So it'll be interesting to see the likes of Finau, Papani and Fafita in action. Right, let's have a look at the South Island's team now, and it's solid once again with impressive fullback Mapu Uasi, one to watch. He's already scored 42 points in the competition, as is Jesse Wihongi, who gets a start at halfback after being on the interchange in the last game. Up front, number 20, Kyle Amer, moves into the front row from lock for this game today, and there's plenty of talent elsewhere through edge players Uriah Tuli and Christian Pesse. And the hooker and captain today, Sincere Haraway. And their coach is Archie Jacobs.
Archie, the loss last week, what are the learnings you take from that game?
Yeah, there were some moments and decisions at key points in the game that we'd like to take back, but it's one of those learnings, and so we took those learnings and we're looking at making, particularly around our sort of markers and defensive stuff, just some more tighter decisions around there.
Kyle Amer moves from the back row into the prop position.
Yeah, so I think that's an indication of how we want to play the game. We bring on Karen Wilson, who's more mobile and quicker, so we see defence as being the key, so we want to get out there and try and take some ground off some of these big guys.
We look forward to the forward battle day.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, Archie Jacobs, 4 players from Otago in this lineup today. Collins in the centres, Ellison in the number 6 jersey today, and we got 2 in the forwards. Christian Pesse, who's actually moved down to Otago to study from Auckland, and Ben Worthington. The rest of the players all from Canterbury, although 2 of them originally hailed from the West Coast. Here is Jason Wilson, the referee for today's contest.
Which way kicking?
What should be an interesting game
Owen,
here
coming
today.
your way. Owen.
Yeah, the South Island team, Richie, they were up by 6 against Central Districts last week.
Coming your
time.
way.
Disappointing second half. So it'll be interesting to see if they can rectify that
Outside
today.
here.
Absolutely, and
Stay
I think it's
onside.
discipline and completion rate.
Don't go
And
early.
I think against an Auckland side that's brimming with confidence. They've
Just
been
hold
together
here,
for
guys.
5 weeks now, and they understand their game, the cohesion between combinations. They'll be eager to get out here and just match up against a South Island side that's really eager to win after last week's loss against Central District, who's been impressive.
They have been impressive. Auckland Blue beat Central Districts 2 weeks ago, 34 points to 18. As we get the game underway, thanks for joining us here for the NZRL National 20s. South Island in the white and the red, and they're into their action straight away. The South Island team beat Northland 56-14 in their first game, losing 32-30 last week to Central Districts, and that's Kyle Amer coming up in the headgear. Very impressive player, really smart rugby league player, big future in the game coming up for him. It's good solid contact there on the centre for South Island. That's Jack Skipper getting a good welcome to the turf here, but he's earned his team a penalty. Good start for the South Island. Early penalty comes, but I think straight away the defensive intensity from Auckland Blue was there on display, Richie.
Absolutely. I love the fact that Jack Skipper runs in hard, gets knocked, eager to get up and play the ball quick. Clear indicator there. It's all about the ruck speed, this game.
If you're watching from Australia today too, thanks for joining us. Hope you're going to enjoy this clash today before the NRL matches later today through Fox League. And here come the South Island through Uriah Tooley, a red player under 18 age last year for New Zealand under 18s. Now, Fa'avia is hitting it up nice and strong here, 10 metres out. So the South Island team getting off to an excellent start here as Haraway snipes on the right-hand side. Amer close to the ruck, offloads to Haraway. Here's a chance if Haraway can get it down. Good Auckland Blue defence, hold him up though, and in fact drive him back into the field of play. Amer slots into dummy half now. Used to be a hooker back in the day. It's nicely gathered there by Allison, and here comes Tooley. Just 3 or 4 metres out. Auckland Blue will not want to concede an early try in this contest. Amer handles again. It's Fa'avia again. Try to squeeze between those two Auckland defenders. Anatalia making the tackle for Auckland Blue. Here they come with a good roll on here. Oh, it's been stopped. And it's been taken by Schuster for Auckland Blue, and they survive the visitors.
Well, that's an impressive defensive effort there from the Auckland Blues, but equally, Kyle Amer has had a charging run first up in this game with 3 carries already, some big carries too.
Yeah, he's an impressive man off the ball too, and there's some good defence coming in this time from Haraway. That's on the fullback to you, and he gets a penalty for Auckland Blue. Well, I tell you, Alan Ettles, the Auckland Blue coach, will be very happy with the way his team absorbed that initial attack.
He certainly is. He'll be happy with the initial and absorbing all that pressure early on. Defence is the key in this game.
Just a reminder too, 35-minute halves in these games in this competition, and the wind is blowing straight across the pitch, as you can see it from the bottom of the screen to your top. Strong easterly breeze blowing here in Christchurch for this clash today. Anatalia not going much upfield for Auckland Blue in that tackle. Now it's Tarafiti, Carlos Tarafiti. Keep your eye on him. The Warriors have got him. He is a junior SG ball player from 2020. And they're going to spread it early in the count, aren't they? They come back to Ata. Another red player from last season for New Zealand. Here comes Papali'i. Taylor Papali'i, if you're wondering if he's a relative of Isaiah, who debuted for the Eels the other night. No relation. Here they come again through Schuster.
Tackle's good. Final!
Schuster. Last play in the set. Into dummy half goes Ata. They're going to crossfield kick through Caleb Lyman. Bit of pressure here. It's been lost. Almost taken. Almost scored. In fact, there's Taufa. He offloads. It's still the last play. Maiu the captain. They're going to have to keep their eye on Zion Maiu. He's getting very close. Restarted tackle count. Auckland Blue still have possession through Corsi. Corsi plays the ball. Out it comes to Schuster. Now Ata. Good tackle. Excellent tackle from Faifale. Wonderful tackle from him. Schuster again. Very robust. Half he is. South Island. Tackling has been very solid so far. They snipe again. Corsi's over. Benjamin Corsi. It was just too much for the South Island, and it's Auckland Blue on the board, and Corsi goes over to score the try.
Well, that's a powerful display there from the Auckland Blues. They use the ball in the width of play extremely well and close to the line. Corsi, the big centre on the right edge, powers through. Defence on early on from South Island, I thought, were holding well. A little bit of a Levi Collins, obviously with the kick across field, wasn't able to swallow that ball up. And they'll back into attack, the Auckland Blues.
Yeah. Ben Corsi scoring the try, the younger brother of Ed Corsi, who's been in the former Junior Warriors player and also been playing in their New South Wales Cup team. And now the conversion attempt coming over from Caleb Lyman here. He try to use the breeze, but he's hung that one too far out to the right. So that try is unconverted. So early score to Auckland Blue. It's 4 points to 0. Nice enthusiasm from both teams.
Yeah, a lot of enthusiasm. Archie Jacobs mentioned earlier on about the ruck defence, and that edge defence was going to be vitally important against a pretty mobile pack, the Auckland Blues. Athletic as well.
Don't go early! Don't go early! Hold out here!
It's going to be Aimer to restart play here. Grandson of a former Kiwi. Kicks it off, and it's a good kick right to the corner as well. And now Tarafiti brings the ball back. Carlos Tarafiti. Counties Monaco Stingrays rep player as well. Now Maiu'u. Oh, that was the fend of the game so far. Zion Maiu'u, the captain, highly rated junior. Warriors, as I touched on earlier, snapped him up. Still at high school, playing in an under-20 competition at Kelston Boys. And here's easy meters being eaten up here by the hooker, Stanley Yongi. Maiu'u into dummy half. Their ruck defence has got to tighten up a little bit, the South Islanders. Lyman feeds it to Anatalia. Blue looking dangerous around the ruck as Yongi slips into dummy half once more. It's Tarafiti on the last play. Tarafiti kicks the front rower, almost eludes Levi Collins, and it's going to be a line dropout.
He's struggling there a little, Levi Collins, with the ball. And again, Auckland are very impressive. A lot of variation around the ruck. They're able to get punched through the line. It's very tough having to defend a side that's coming at you, punching through that yardage with ease.
All that momentum came from that great run from Yongi, the hooker, a former New Zealand under-18s player of the year. And back come Auckland Blue. This relentless attack that they're capable of as Papali'i is met with some stiff resistance this time. And Taylor Papali'i has lost the ball. What's going to be the ruling here? It's called a loose carry.
Well, that's going to help, isn't it? I've got to manage to slow that, play the ball down. The markers have to work extremely hard to cut down that yardage that Auckland Blue are making.
Papali'i, and it's no surprise that Kyle Aimer was in there, making a nuisance of himself. Oh, good initial contact too from number 9, Christian Pesce. Well, Pesce will know a few of these players, even though he's wearing 9, folks. Don't be confused. He's actually in the second row. This is Faifale. Faifale, fancy footwork. Fantastic run. Easy 50-metre gain there for him. And now Mapuasi gets his hands on his ball for the first time in the game. Uasi, full campaign for Canterbury in the New Zealand Premiership last year at senior level. Faifale into dummy half. Haraway. Now it's out to Aimer. 3 key and influential players in the South Island side all linking up together there. Haraway, the other one here at dummy half, the captain. Wider of the ruck he goes this time. And it's skipped down here to Jack Skipper. Skipper, former West Coaster. 15 metres out. Now Haraway, wider of the ruck this time. Here's Favia again. Good leg drive from...
He's been fantastic.
5 metres out. Fast play the ball required here. Haraway. Out it comes. Cut out pass. This is looking good. Faifale's pass. Just couldn't find Tatu. And a very promising attack, just lacking that last bit of execution.
That last pass. Great defence from Auckland Blues, coming in, rushing in. Fafali's been extraordinary. That run from within his own half. Got the Southland into that region, the red zone. And look at this pass here. A wide pass, had an opportunity. Unfortunately, way forward. Try gone, miss begging there.
Well, I just wonder too if it's Faifale who's down injured as well. And might have copped a bit of a, well, maybe it was a late tackle. Wasn't quite sure. It was one of those ones which was kind of those 50-50 ones.
Certainly winded.
Yeah, Faifale, wonderful run off the scrum.
Showed a little toe, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And some footwork.
Great
to beat that defender. Faifale seems to be okay. Well, that'll be a great relief for the South Island. They won't want to lose him. He's featured strongly in the games to date. Auckland Blue, but it was a very promising attack from the South Island team as they moved upfield. Now, can they force the error from this Auckland Blue side? This is Junior Morley with the first carry. And the change. He was in the first game against Central. He's got a try to, but he's promoted to start today. Good tackle there, right around the legs there of Taufa. Away goes Yongi at dummy half, and now it's Papali'i once more.
Move! Tackle 2! Hold here!
Papali'i slow play the ball, Yongi. Whoops! Did that go forward or backwards? Referee looked at his touchy, and they've ruled it's gone backwards from Anatalia. Yongi. Now the kick from Lyman. Mapu'uase, 42 points. He's already scored 5 tries in the competition from fullback. And he's starting to set.
You want him hovering around the ball at all times.
Now Tatu. Up towards the halfway. Good post meters. After the initial contact there. Haraway again. Now Faifale close to the ruck. This time they're going to watch him like a hawk for the rest of the game there, Richie.
We need those outside backs coming in. You know, Wasi. We've also go Faifale too. Oh, that's just...
no. Collins drops the ball. You don't want to be making mistakes like that around the halfway line, particularly with the team on the other side of the field is the Auckland Blue side. Good poke down the short side this time from the wingers for Auckland Blue. It's Laiatawa who's still going.
Surrender!
Fast play the ball, Yongi. Swings it out to Anatalia. Good tackle from Ama. He's a good defender, good player too. Also, Kean Wilson making that tackle as well. He's in the pink headgear for the South Island today. Now this is Ata. Salesi Ata. Inside the 10 he goes for Auckland Blue. Early try, they want to capitalise with another one. Lyman uses Schuster as a decoy. Kossi is going to go in and score his second try. Lovely pass from the halves. Good combination working for Auckland Blue, and they lead 8-0.
Yeah, Glenn, they're shifting the ball extremely well. They're converting when they get down the end in the opposition's half, but they're executing extremely well. A lot of variation. This pass was an absolute gem. Right across field. The outside players coming in. Kossi, plenty of time out on the right edge. Scores his second of the match.
Yeah, Benjamin Kossi from Richmond in central Auckland. New Zealand, well, Samoa New Zealand residence player in 2018. Played for the Auckland under-18s last year. He's getting his second try of the contest. And there's some talent in this Auckland Blue team. Not only Benjamin Kossi, but the other centre on the other side has already played senior rep football for the Counties Manukau Stingrays. That's Soakai Taufa. And there's some junior Warriors players in this team too. Even Caleb Lyman here. Number 6 is already linked with the Bulldogs in the NRL.
Well, that was a pearler of a pass. Good vision from the youngster.
St Peter's first 15 player last year, Caleb Lyman, as a winger. But if he's a rugby league boy, and he couldn't have hit the post or in the middle, could he? So 2 tries, both unconverted, as Lyman just struggles with that wind, which is blowing across the face. 8 points to 0 after 12 minutes.
We'll have to shore up that left edge defence there from South Island.
Don't go early! Don't go early! Hey!
Player into the game, yes. Kenny Tower is on there, player with experience in Australia, but back in New Zealand now thanks to COVID, and there's a great kickoff! Yes! Excellent kickoff from the South Island, and they'll get the ball back with Auckland Blue having a line dropout.
Good opportunity for South Island to come back and convert. Good position to be in.
Well, I tell you, they're using the breeze nicely there, Richie. Creating some uncertainty. And you can see that one holding up in the breeze. So here comes Ama with the first hit. Kyle Ama, and the set will begin on the 20. So again, excellent field position for the South Island here. This is the 3rd or 4th time they've been down here. Can they execute this time? And end with points on the board. Ama, not the biggest prop, but he's certainly got some value. Really like the look of this guy, Kyle Amer. Haraway, fast out of dummy half he goes. Now they move it on to Uali, who's lost the ball. It's still there and gone backwards. Skipper getting very close, Jack Skipper.
Tackle 4. Tackle 4.
Slow to play the ball though. That will get that Auckland Blue defence all sorted as Collins slots into dummy half on that occasion as Allison tries to find Tuli once more.
Final.
Uriah Tuli inside the 10 on the last play. Haraway flings it out to Wihongi, who's got his hands on the ball now. Can he measure his kick? It bounces nicely. Uasi! Uasi has scored! Another try to the fullback. His 6th of the campaign, and the South Island score.
Well, Uasi, he knows how to score tries, but equally, Jesse Wihongi, what a great kick, grubber through, and bounces perfectly in the arms of the try-scoring fullback. Look at this, a nice dab through, and as all good fullbacks, he comes across, scores. A wonderful try and a timely try for South Island.
Well, they needed it, didn't they, Richie? I mean, there's a touched on there. Just the execution on the last play in the earlier times they've been down here, just been lacking. And it was good reward for what's been a good start to the game.
Well, can you believe it? Could be 6-8, only 2 points differential.
Well, and we saw this yesterday down at Opahiki Sports Park. Goal kicking can make a huge difference, and there's no question that Uasi is one of the best goal kickers in this competition. Oh, you know, I wondered if I just
was looking at you.
Jinxed him. I tell you, he is normally, folks, if you're watching for the first time, very reliable.
There is no trust in what you say.
Oh, man. I tried to talk my way out of this one. Anyway, 8 points to 4. That was a shocker.
That was a Barry Crocker.
We were here 2 weeks. We commentated that game 2 weeks ago. He couldn't miss. He got his first 8 kicks in a row. So 8 points to 4. Try goes unconverted.
Yeah, just have to touch on again. Kyle Amer again. Huge motor.
Yeah, man.
Huge motor.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
Just rolls his sleeves up.
Well,
keeps coming at you.
I think the other thing that must be mentioned too is we have a stack of New Zealand players already in Australia that have linked up with NRL clubs. I was going back through my notes yesterday, Richie, of that game we commentated together back at Mount Smart late last year between the New Zealand under-18s and schools and clubs teams, and there were, I think, 34 players on display there, and over 20 of them had already been signed by NRL clubs. So the best in that age group are already in Australia. This is the next best that we have available in New Zealand at the moment, and there are some very good players that are available. And I know, as I touched on this yesterday in the commentary, I've been speaking to some people at the NZRL. Their phones have been ringing with NRL scouts in Australia watching these games, interested in some of these players. And I'll tell you what, Amer is one they'll certainly be interested in.
He ticks all the boxes there.
Well, he's not only, and he's playing out of position too, it must be said here. Haraway, this is good. Skipper, can he stay in the field of play? He needs some support. And was that player tackled without the ball? Yes is the answer.
There's a bit of threat there on the right edge. When you look at Tuli, the big ranging back rower, there's so many options around there. You've just got to be around that with his right hand carry.
Okay.
Straight through the tackle.
So it was a tackle in the air. Player in the air, so an illegal tackle there.
He's got to find Uasi sort of floating around, lingering around.
Yeah, they've got to use, that's where he's best.
There he is
this
again.
Guy here, Tuli. Tuli! Fantastic run. Uriah Tuli, but he's lost it. Gee, that was unfortunate for the South Island. Here's Corsi, the double try scorer for Auckland Blue.
Again, he's a one-man band with no support around him every time he touches the ball.
Uriah Tuli. He was one of those rep players last year in that game I just mentioned, that under-18s clash. Where he's making a tackle. Number 11 he is. Auckland Blue coming away here. This is the fullback now. Tiu, plenty of speed from Nehemu Tui. They're looking to draw him past Maiuku, levelled again.
That
Beautiful
is a
tackle.
fantastic tackle there from Wilson. I've watched him in the last couple of tackles, and he's just throwing his body on the line. There he goes again.
Wilson, brilliant play from him. Now what's the referee going to rule here? And it's going to be a South Island scrum. Kean Wilson, 2 big plays in a row.
Massive. He's throwing his body on the line. He's not a big boy.
Well, I think the South Island coach, Archie Jacobs, hinted this in your pre-match interview, Richie. He wants the mobility. Aimer into the front row. Wilson, he's going to get big minutes out of these guys all the way through. Kean Wilson, well done to him. Linwood Kia's player, wearing 22. And the pink headgear. There he is, just passing the ball. Here comes Collins off the wing. Shaky start for him. But he'll be pleased to get through a tackle here. Wilson playing the ball back to his captain, Haraway. Now Aimer once more. Good catch from Whaavia. He's made a good start to the game too, as we have 15 minutes left in this first half as Aimer tries to find some space behind the ruck. Maiuku with the tackle. Also Papali'i. Haraway. Now Wihongi, who set up the last try. Uasi! And that was good play from Leataua. He needed to come in off the wing to make that tackle. Faifale at dummy half this time. Now Wihongi. Haraway. This is looking good for the South Island. They continue to shift the ball. Whaavia once more.
Should go to Tooley on the right.
Yeah. I think they'll go on the left. No, they're going on the right as Haraway on the last runs. Oh, Sincere Haraway's going to be caught in possession. It's a handover.
Oh, unlucky. I would like to have seen the ball go to Tooley and just see what he can. How are we going to get through that defensive line? Big body, close to the line. We've seen Haraway take the ball on and score.
Yeah, well, he was a Canterbury Bulls squad member last year. Didn't play a game. Look at this key defence, and look who it is again. It's Wilson and Tooley. He drove Taua right back, didn't he? And now the other centre, Suakai Taufa. Hasn't seen too much of the ball so far as Taufa. Yongi. Here comes Tiu. As it touched on, do not let this guy get in space. He will burn you. He's got some serious speed, Nahumi Tui. Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, he's turned his ankle.
Oh, dear, that's unfortunate. Tiu.
Yeah, this is
awful, Richie.
Not a good sign.
He's going to need assistance. Oh,
this is
really
exceptional, isn't it? Exceptional run. The weight on the front ankle, yep. I've seen it often. Oh.
Well, that is a real shame for Nahumi Tui. And he's one of these young players, Richie, who's been blessed with fantastic coaching in his career, originally by Hibiscus Coast, Orewa, where he was coached by Bluey McLennan, our good friend, and he's moved to Mount Albert now, and he's been coached by John Auckland.
Yeah, you just, when you get that sort of IQ from coaches, and particularly what I've seen from how he plays, it's very exciting. Agile, fast, smart. It's just very sad to see this young player go off.
He's going to need some serious help. So unfortunately, we're going to have a bit of a delay here. 8 points to 4 it is. 2 tries to 1. No conversions so far. Corsi getting both tries. Uasi, the try for the South Island. What's been a really entertaining start to the game.
Quality game. See the stretcher come out, but the quality of this game. We always knew that this was going to be a contest.
Well, the South Island have to win it, really, with yesterday's big upset win for the Central Districts team, putting them in the box position. Arguably, with games to come that they should win, then Central are really looking good to make the final. So to throw a cat amongst the pigeons, the South Island, if they can beat Auckland Blue in this game today, then that race for second place is truly on between four of the other teams, with Waikoa Bay in the mix too. So yes, if you're just joining us, we had big win yesterday to Waikoa Bay over Northland. And we had the upset win, Central Districts beating Auckland White, which was a fantastic result for the Lower North Island team. They've got some very good players in their side.
And hats off for all the 6 teams to bring together the players in preparation. When you look at the regions, they've come from wide and far, particularly in South Island and Central Districts.
Yeah, well, we've got a guy...
Northland.
Well, yes, that's right, and that's a big region too.
You know.
Collins, who we mentioned on the wing here today for the South Island, he lives in Queenstown, so he's been coming up, driving up from Queenstown to training here in Christchurch. So there's some real excitement in the South Island, with, as touched on earlier, 4 players from the Otago region in this team today, who are committed to...
Some of these players have played for, what, up to about a year.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there's some concern, as we touched on, with Nahumi Tui over on the far side of the field. Looked like a broken ankle. We don't want to speculate on the injury, I guess, at this stage too much, but it looked like a serious injury. Alan Ettles laying down the wall there. There's a chance for the coaches, both coaches, Archie Jacobs and Alan Ettles, here to really press upon their teams. Some good key messaging. Both very experienced coaches at underage level. And we wish Nahumi Tiu all the best with his recovery of what looked to be that nasty ankle injury.
Interesting to see what they do with the configuration of their side. Very prominent fullback.
Well, Leotawa, they do have a centre on the bench, Viliami Finau, Auckland Blue, wearing 14. So it'll be interesting to see how Alan Ettles shuffles his lineup. Can't see him on the field at the moment, but Leotawa, who's wearing 2, you would assume, and an accomplished fullback, and we'll assume that he'll go back to fullback. So we'll see how the Auckland Blue team shuffle things with the injury to their fullback, Tiu.
Wait up.
We've got
Hold here.
Yeah, well, he's still in action.
He's moved into the fullback position there.
Yeah, wearing 5. Yeah. Well, there's a touchdown. Oh, there's straight away, there's an error. And it's Fafita. Oh, Keon Wilson. And
Fa'avia. Both these players have been instrumental. They're putting their bodies on the line. Look, low tackle and then big body on top. Let's have a look to see if there's a little...
Well, it came from the initial contact from Fa'avia. That's where it came from. There was a little bobble in there. Came in high, got the ball as well, and just jostled it free. Oh, Richie, is Wilson. Good hands coming in there from Wihongi, who's showing out nicely in this game.
Good option.
He's having a good game. I like his input. That kick that he created, the first try for, was a very good kick. Wihongi. And now Fa'avia, who's playing big minutes here, and he's made good 10 metres there. And it's Aaliyah. Only making the tackle alongside Kenny Tower. Haraway busy at dummy half. Here comes Aimer again. Tower is keen to make up for that missed tackle, and there's a penalty. Penalty to the South Island.
Well, just gaining some momentum. Starting to get some flow here, South Island, on the back end of some fantastic runs there.
Fa'avia's been right up there as he continues to pound away. Prop forward. Haraway. Wihongi once more. Uase got the hands this time. Tapu Moase. He's there. I think he got it down, or is he just short? It is just short.
Here's lightning.
Wow, props to our cameraman there. Perfect. Here's Uase. Here comes Wihongi. A lot of Auckland Blue defenders over that side of the field right now.
He's controlling the game extremely well.
Stay here, 17.
Here's Faifale at dummy half. Haraway, Aimer. Now it's out to the other half. That's Allison.
Release.
Eli Allison, one of the Otago players. Haraway, quick play from dummy half. Haraway! Did he get it down? He's held up. Referee Jason Wilson is right there.
That's twice in the game they've held Haraway up.
Wow, there's some serious heat here on this Auckland Blue defence right now as Wilson plays dummy half. Allison now aim a wide of the ruck this time to Tuli.
Final.
Good defence, Maiu'u. And also number 3. How far they've forced the error. Well done to that Auckland Blue defence that time, Richie.
Again, yes, Zion Maiu. Fantastic defensive effort on the left edge. Some great carries. Good football from both sides. It's a real contest.
Yeah, Zion Maiu'u, number 11, the captain for Auckland Blue. He's still at school, Richie.
It's incredible.
Last year at Kelston Boys.
Geez, a look at it, Tupou for feet.
Lock in, 13, lock in.
Oh, you wait till you commentate an Auckland White game. They've got about 3 monsters in there.
Play on.
So can the South Island be hitting this era? Well, there's been some big plays from Keon Wilson and Kyle Amer in defence, and there's Wilson. And they're making a tackle there on Finau.
Move now, Kyle.
Pretty condensed there, the Auckland Blues.
Finau has come on with that injury. Oh, there's a high shot. The referee says it's okay. Haraway getting up around the shoulders there on Benjamin Corsi.
Good defence.
Yeah, good tackling. And Haraway in there again. Trying to drive.
Move now, tackle 4.
That's Papani who's out there now. Placement dummy half player. And Auckland Blue get to the end of their set. Oh, bounces a bit awkward for Oase. And it's been regathered by Auckland Blue. Still the last. And
Final.
it is the last play now. They actually kicked on the 5th tackle. Well. Here come Auckland Blue. Maiu chasing it through, but it's been read by that South Island defender. And coming out of it is Jack Skipper. Good play from him.
That's a brilliant kick. What an awful bounce. Oh, it hasn't been
Move now.
favourable for South Island. That the back there, the back 3.
Here's Collins. Getting some keen defence on him once more.
Strong.
On Kenny Tower this time. And now Tatu. Try scorer in the first game. Their win over Northland was Tatu.
Watch a long one down.
And now Fa'avia once more. He has been superb so far in these first 27 minutes. The front rower, Haraway, inside the 40. Tries to find some gaps there. And Leataua now, who's moved from the wing back to fullback, with Tiu being injured. Brings it back.
Now.
Another SG ball player last year for the Warriors. Sneaking away, pushing a few metres. There's Papani, and there's offside play. In fact, some marker defence not squaring there, and the referee has got Auckland Blue with the opportunity to get more points on the board.
Well, he jumped out quick, Papini, from Howick. Noticed an opportunity there. He jumped on it with open arms. Wind's picking up.
Well, an important point of the game now, with 8 minutes to go until half-time, maybe just on 7, in fact. Really important that South Island make some stops here.
They've got to put in a big effort here defensively.
They do, because the Auckland Blue team have scored both times they've been down this end of the field. Yongi at dummy half. Out it comes to Schuster. Schuster with Corsi again. That combination's been effective. Oh, and slipping into touch is Junior Morley.
Well, Schuster was calling the ball. He was demanding it on the right-hand side. That's their go-to. That's where they scored 2 of their tries on the right. He was screaming for the ball, and there were opportunities there. Look at that pass. And, oh, the old boots.
Yeah, the old short springs trick, eh?
I thought he was going to dive from there.
Oh, poor old Junior Morley.
Lock in. Out.
To be fair to the South Island, they played the space game a bit better that time, Richie.
Tackle 1, move.
Better decision making there, South Island.
Oh, that's sloppy, and Tatu has given up possession to Auckland Blue in a dangerous position.
Knock on and play the ball. Scrum. Play ball.
Well, they've got to get excited, South Island, about defending. They can't go into their shell.
Well, the last thing they need now is to concede another try. So this is going to take a big defensive effort here from the South Island.
Yeah, that's fine.
to keep this
Wait,
Auckland Blue team out.
13, lock in!
It's been a very competitive first half.
Feed! Out.
There goes to scrum, Anatalia. Out it goes to Lehman. They're going to run it off the scrum. Here comes Leatawa in from fullback. Picked up beautifully. And there's the try in the corner. Lonnie Papani.
Oh.
Hang on. No try.
Well,
What's the referee ruled here? Forward pass?
That looked extremely close.
Some area was out. Touch judge
He was
call.
out. Touch
wow.
judge call. Jason Wilson.
There's a few.
Well, this is a nice attack. Lehman creates the space. Look at all the defenders jamming in there, and then Leatawa offloading. Let's see.
It's hard to say
Well,
from
it must
that
be a
angle.
foot on the line.
Yep. Linesman right there on the job.
Feed. Out.
That could be the only explanation. His skipper flirted with danger right there.
Held!
Oh, skipper being driven back. That's
Tackle
outstanding tackling with Anatalia. He's playing well at lock for Auckland Blue. Here's Faifale. Saw him stand up Posse earlier. Yeah, there's more very good
Tackle
defence.
2.
Good defence coming in from Auckland Blue. Tatu, who dropped the ball previously.
Tackle 3.
He'll play the ball correctly this time, surely.
Move! No 14!
Thank you very much. Arroway.
No!
Wihongi forced to do the hard
Play
yards
on.
this time.
Tackle 4. Well done.
This is a hard set of 6 here for the South Island. Bringing it off their own in aim. Oh, they're being ambitious. Running it, skipper! And that has been lost forward. You like the endeavour, but it's got to be executed.
Well, it was a simple pass. Skipper just dropped the ball clean. It was a good opportunity. They were struggling to get the yards out. They were only making about 30 metres.
Well, Richie, this is the 3rd error inside their own 20 in a row. Now the South Island. And they are just putting pressure on themselves at the moment.
You know, that's a simple catch. The ball was a little bit forward, but
Feed it!
you're hoping your players can pick up those
Out.
plays. And again, they're under pressure.
Anatalia, Schuster. And this is Finau, with the Army Finau. Normally a centre. He's come into the game with that injury
Move
to
now! Move!
reshuffled back line.
Hold!
There's a lot of enthusiasm on the side.
Certainly does. So does Stanley Yongi, who almost sneaks through. Got 2 tries in the first game, did Stanley Yongi, and he's offloaded. And here comes Fafita. Tupo Fafita. 7 metres out. Can the South Island hang on? Auckland Blue dominating at the moment through all these errors from the South Island. This is Kenny Tower. Held up nicely in the tackling, driven back a couple of metres. Some good tackling there from Pesce. He'll be well used to playing these Auckland Blue players, having been a former King's College player himself. Towers dropped the ball. Uasi has picked it up. The South Island have survived.
They've survived. Absorbed the pressure. They've come up with an error, the Auckland Blues. This will be a confidence booster for South Island.
Now the South Island need to get to their kick, Richie.
They need to get their kick. And it requires them to be, probably to shift the ball a bit. They're getting caught up with the 1-out running.
Tackle 2.
But nothing ambitious. Just get to your kick, boys. This is better. Just some one-off running. Yeah, the defence is going to be tough.
Tackle 3.
The yards are going to be hard. But just get to your kick and Fafia. This is the boy that's shown out really well here for the South Island.
Hold left.
Haraway at dummy half once again. The captain, he's having a solid game. Here comes Allison. Allison offloads in the tackle. And now Tuli. And they have got to their kick, have the South Island. And they're up right near the halfway. This is excellent work. Allison. Down it goes. Good set of 6 in the end from Auckland Blue. And now the set of 6 will start. And this is Leatawa, who's back in position for Auckland Blue.
Probably a good 10 minutes. They're able to find the Blues half.
That's correct.
Tackle 2.
This is where they really need to aim up here and force an error.
Wally is going nowhere. Tackled nicely by Eli Allison.
Hold. Go.
Lyman at dummy half. Zion Maiu'u. They probably haven't got him into the game as much as they would have liked.
No, it just hasn't gone his way.
Maiu'u to play the ball. And now out it comes. They're going to shift it early in the count. This is Schuster. Jeremiah Schuster. Big gap up the middle and Schuster. Uase. Oh, coffee book. What a brilliant tackle from the fullback. But the boil is on, isn't it? Lyman, kick and chase. And Collins is back in good position. Well done to him to be back in position, but it's going to be lost over the dead ball line. It's going to be a line dropout.
Well, Schuster's good at converting those kicks, turning them into a repeat set.
Wow, some serious pressure on the South Island team in that last 10 minutes of the second half, but can you believe it? They haven't conceded any points. So there you are, folks. 3 unconverted tries in the first half. 2 to Benjamin Corsi for Auckland Blue, and Uasi for the South Island has the scoreline at halftime, 8 points to 4.
Reshuffle their side, the Auckland Blues.
Wait.
They have a little bit of the wind with them in the second half.
Second half underway, 35 minutes to go in this contest. Kyle Amer kicks it out on the full, and back we go to halfway. And it's going to be Auckland Blue possession. Well, the wind got hold of that one, Richie.
Yeah, it certainly did.
Big time.
Drag that ball right across field.
But this is like the 4th error in the last 5 minutes that the South Island have made. Really unforced error too.
They're correct, yeah. The first half, they saw 3 errors so early on in that first half. They start the same way.
Well, interesting to see only a tap taken there by Auckland Blue rather than a kick for touch as Ata. We'll settle it for the first play of the second half. Yongi, and now Taua. Kenny Taua heads towards the 30 for Auckland Blue. Fast play the ball, Yongi. He can sneak away from dummy half. They'll have to watch him. He's a very good ball runner. Now, a nice shot there by Tuli on Fafita. Fafita driven back to the 20. So early pressure coming from Auckland Blue on the South Island as Yongi gives it to Lyman. Nice flat pass, Mayumu almost through. He just got disrupted by Jack Skipper. Mayumu gives it to Ayongi from dummy half, who's only half a metre short. Last play now for Auckland Blue. There's a drive from dummy half, and did he get it on the line? It is a try. And it's going to be Anatalia who has scored it. Isaac Anatalia gets the try. In fact, it's the big number 17 who's got it, Fafita. We'll get confirmation of the try scorer in just a moment. Yes, it is Tupou Fafita who's gone over to score it.
Well, he's a giant. Just a big body going through. He was always going to go for that line. A great run there on the left edge too from Zion Maiu. He hasn't seen much of the ball, but he's a real threat, and Over's play on that left gave them a little bit of an opportunity with a quick play of the ball and then back to the middle. And the big man scores the try so early on the second half after a kick out.
On the full, that's it's paid the ultimate price, haven't they, the South Island, for that unforced error from the kickoff. And it is Tupou Fafita from Newlyn who has scored the try. Lyman, nice handy conversion attempt, and there's the first goal of the match. So that lead is all of a sudden blown out to a 10-pointer. Perfect start for Auckland Blue in the second half.
Yeah, it is, and that's I guess the issue that you have. If you present opportunities for Auckland Blue, they will convert and they'll punish you. So a rethink here for the South Island. Kick the ball deep.
Well, it looks like Amer is now lining it up to
He's going to kick the
other
right
side. Which is a shame, actually, because it's probably, even though he got that one wrong, well, this is actually going to find the turf. And the bounce almost grabbed there by Keon Wilson. It's grabbed by Anatalia, the other hair bear in this team. Oh, sloppy play the ball there. Not picked up by the referee. Here's the try scorer, Fafita. What do you reckon about that one?
He didn't pick that up. Keon Wilson again coming in. He's not shy. He's putting his body on the line here to give up.
Yongi pinches 5 metres from dummy half. Yeah, here comes Lyman. Nice tummy, but they weren't fooled by it. And now Yongi again, who's really starting to show out strongly. Excellent start for the second half for Stanley Yongi. Laataua at dummy half. Lyman, Maiu chases through here. Uase picks up the ball, and he's tackled just a few metres out from his own line by Papani. Good set.
Yeah, good set. Nice kick again from Lyman. He's orchestrated a number of kicks there. And Mapuasi's always in the right spot. It was a pressure take.
Loose carry by Levi Collins. That's the ruling. Well, Auckland Blue forcing errors and the South Island making unforced errors too many times inside their own 10, and that looked like the referee got that one spot on. What do you reckon, Richie?
Yeah, just bodies on the ball. He was lifted up. It's pretty difficult too when you think you're going to get lifted up. You release the ball, it's not a good place to be.
Well, the only issue there, they said he did call held before Collins hit the turf. So maybe they were a little unlucky there, the South Island. Here comes Schuster off the back of the scrum. 5 metres outside the line now is Yongi. Here's a look at the line. Well, that's been lost forward and it's been picked up by Kean Wilson. So maybe a bit of justice there.
Maybe a bit of justice, and that gate looked pretty open to me. Underneath the post.
Faifale driven back. He's having a tough day, is Ilasala Faifale. Oh, good body crunching, great tackling from Auckland Blue.
They lifted the intensity there in defence, haven't they?
Oh, that was a powerful driving tackle. Now, Aimer, that tackle looked high, but the referee has allowed play to continue. And he has got the call, high tackle. It is a high tackle, maybe a call, bit of help from the touchy.
May have been there, and just the impact looked like it was high. Ref calling from linesman just to be clear. Again, the kick against the wind. Not going to find much distance there.
In fact, Mayu may be a little unlucky on that replay because the first contact was his shoulders. But I tell you, the South Island will take anything they can get at the moment. You do have to cut their error rate, look after the ball, treasure possession, better than they have done so in the last 10 minutes of this contest, which also drifts back to the end of the first half. This is Tulia Kiongo, placement front rower who's out there now. Aimer, good run. Kyle Aimer for Avia, not on the field at the moment. Having a breather after a really good stint in the first half. Here's Wihongi. Here comes Uasi up from fullback, almost through the gap there, Tapu. Uasi playing the ball. This is better from the South Island. First time they've been down this end of the field for a while. Oh, love my word. Tackle of the tournament, Mayu. Turn number 21, Ben Worthington, into a mannequin. But I tell you what, to his credit, he bounced back and played the ball. Worthington has knocked it on. That's unlucky. Wow, well, we have to go back to that tackle from Mayu. My word.
Tackle 4.
Well, Mayu had all eyes for Worthington. Look at that. The delivery of the ball was slow, and Mayu just aimed up and absolutely put the youngster on his back.
Yeah, taste the grass, Ben Worthington. Wonderful shot there from Zion Mayu. Being driven back nicely was Finau there for Auckland Blue. Now can the error come from this Auckland Blue side? Haraway in there.
Intensity certainly lifted from both sides.
Yongi and Tummy half once again. Mayu not used this time. But again, the tackling's very good from the South Island. They drive back the Auckland Blue side. Lyman, nice change, angle running. This is better. It's Yongi, tackled on the 30. Still 2 tackles left in the set. Anatilia, Lyman. Out it comes to Schuster. And now Ata through the gap. Ata, beautiful pass. Kossi is through. Kossi, good tackle from Uasi. Just enough to tip it up. But I tell you what, the play is still going. Schuster. Now it's Leatawa. To Mayu. Zion Mayu. Here he is, the big fella. Oh, yes. Fantastic Auckland Blue try. And that was a fantastic try. All created by a wonderful pass from Benjamin Corsi, and the captain's gone over, and no wonder he's smiling.
Well, I'm just watching the 2 back rowers, Mayu on the left, and then Atat on the right. Here, this run here was fantastic. Look at that flick pass too, and Corsi just coming through. Look at that, nice little step. had the presence of mind just to play the ball quick, and again, they orchestrate that left edge attack. And of course, you've got to get the ball to this big unit. Makes it look so easy.
He's got fantastic footwork for a big fella. And Zion Wai'u, one of the most promising league players in New Zealand. I'm very pleased to say that the Warriors have got him snapped up. And he's only at high school. We remember we're talking about an under 20 age group here. So he's still got a couple years in this age group left. Still at high school. Here comes Caleb Lyman with this conversion attempt. Fantastic try. And he's converted that try. A try that very much deserved to be converted. And 20 points to 4. Great start to the second half for Auckland Blue. 2 converted tries. And Salesi Ata-Ata, the other Warriors back rower on the other side of the field. What a lovely little backhanded pass.
Well, how do they respond to the threat?
Don't go early.
The momentum just heavily weighted now, Auckland Blue.
Aimer kicks off again. And it's Caleb Lyman fielding the ball. Good chase from Keelan Wilson, one of the best players in the South Island team. He's worked really hard at that position.
Move now.
Yongi Atami half. Lyman at first receiver. As Auckland Blue work away again.
Release. Tackle 3.
Anatalia. Here's Mayu. He hit the ball nice and flat and hard here, didn't he?
Move now.
Yeah, earns the team a penalty.
Such a simple play.
Breaks the break.
Massive asset on that left edge just for easy yards.
Onside. Break the break.
20 points to 4. 4 tries to 1. Taufa to restart play, and here's Anatalia. Isaac Anatalia.
Would not be surprised they come back. This left edge again. Mo set up for the big play here and isolate the youngster who's just come on, Messiah Asi.
Tarafiti back on the field now as Anatalia. Tackled on the 30.
Release, tackle 3.
Yongi's going to keep it on the left-hand side as Lyman used Mayu as a decoy. Oh, that's caught beautifully by Taufa. Oh, he's frustrated because I tell you what, that was lurking and looming.
That was a great foil. That was a great foil there, using Mayu as the runner and getting the ball on the outside, and the defence come crabbing in there. You can see here, he sums the situation up very well. Look at that. All the players on the right edge zoning in. And Taufa.
Lock in.
Yeah, unlucky.
Lock in. Feed. Out.
Gives a chance here for the South Island team to come
Move now, tackle 1.
downfield a bit more. As Tatu is tackled strongly by Anatalia, and also number 12, Ata-Ata. Aimer aims up towards the halfway line. Haraway, nice pass. Timed to perfection. That's Allison. Or was it Tatu once more? In fact, it's Pese. I'll get it right eventually. Here they come, the South Island. Good kick down towards Leatawa. And it's an excellent way to kick. Ali Leatawa's got back into the field of play, though, Richie Barnett.
Well, that's fantastic effort to get back in the field of play. It's a massive effort. And look at this. What a great carry, too.
Yeah, good carry from Finau. Viliami Finau from Otahuhu. Now Corsi. Benjamin Corsi. Tackle round his legs by Ben Worthington, the recipient of that big tackle from Zion Wai'u. Earlier in the second half, Layman, that's a nice pass back on the inside to Carlos Tarafiti. Warriors SG ball player as Yongi skips away from dummy half. Good tackle from Muase. Auckland Blue making big meters up the middle, and there's a penalty.
You're certainly on a roll, Auckland Blues, but again, Mapua Oasi has come up with a couple of pearlers.
And not mucking around here is Papali'i. Starting props back on the field now for Auckland Blue. Carlos Tarafiti and Taylor Papali'i. Yongi. Lehman, who's having a really good game now. Carlos Tarafiti. Inside the 20 he goes. More pressure now on the South Island defence. Wongi heads it out to Maiu'u off this foot again. And Maiu'u hunting for a second. He's just too big and too strong. Zion Maiu'u, second try. And it's 24-4.
Well, you're going to have numbers around Maiu'u. Just his sheer ability to use his footwork, his size. You can see here, they've isolated. Nice little dummy half to get outside. But look at that, left foot step. Worthington around the ankles. They still unable to stop the juggernaut.
Zion Maiu'u over for his second try. Got a double in the only other game that Auckland Blue have played this season as well against Central District. So he's got 4 tries in the competition so far. Zion Maiu'u as a touched on. Kelston Boys High School prefect this year. Glora Bears player. New Zealand 16s player in 2019. And New Zealand 18 schools player last year. He's ticking all the boxes for a wonderful career in rugby league. And as I touched on, he's already played for the Warriors SG ball side in 2020. And now Lyman is going to curl that one in for another 2 points. He's got 3 from 5 now from the kicking tee today. 26 points to 4.
Head out to 26-4 lead.
It's all going perfectly well for them in the second half, and I don't want to jinx it for the South Island team, but it started the second half, Richie, from a kick out on the full, and it's not recovered from there, has it really?
They certainly haven't. George Favia comes back onto the field. They'll be wanting his impact to curb what's happening here. Auckland Blues, they start to build momentum. There's a lot of confidence in the side, and that's a dangerous side. It's a massive kick too.
Nicely taken by Leatawa over the crossbar. Back comes Taylor Papali'i.
Good to see Frank Endicott down here also.
Oh, yes. Had a good chat to Frank before the game,
fantastic.
didn't we? He's in great nick for 73. Wouldn't want to take him on in the boxing ring. Here comes Carlos Tarafiti. Nice direct line up the middle by the prop forward. Yongi.
Now you're getting up to run.
Schuster out to Corsi. Nice tackle coming in there. Good hustle off the ball there from number 22, Kean Wilson once again. Uasi. Well, the bounce could have been horrible for him then. Back he comes. Look, a good chase here from Auckland Blue. Oh, it's wonderful. Couldn't be better.
Yeah, they're finding their rhythm. This is going to be very dangerous for the South Island if they can't find a way forward, find some yards.
No way.
Tatu, oh, he's having a tough day, isn't he? Tatu. I'll tell you what, he's not giving up though. The left winger wearing 5-4.
It was the markers, it wasn't you guys.
The South Island. Tavita Tatu earns his team the penalty. And looking to poke, gain some metres for his team here is Asi.
Hey, you're just not square, you're not even here. Okay, make sure you're here. No, you're
Here come the South Island Wilson, Kean Wilson.
square up, hey, move!
Working locked forward as Haraway continues to give it to Heyman. Now this is Fa'avia, standing wider of the ruck. Big prop. Haraway dummy half is Asi. Absolutely smashed once again by Maiu, who just ate him for breakfast and came back for seconds. Here comes Ama.
Good run.
Move now!
Hold
here, hold, go.
Here's Fa'avia. Fa'avia almost through. Last play now for the South Island in the set. Haraway. On the left they come. It's Wihongi's kicking game to the tee again, but nicely taken by Leatawa, who's in good position, and he's running, and off and running is Ali Leatawa. Good return of the football again.
It was a brilliant take, and secondly, to make the yards he did. Exceptional. and having to go back to fullback role. He's handled it very well.
Well, yeah, he's very experienced fullback, and there's a nice surge up the middle coming from Papani. Papani's still going, not the biggest chap, but his line, his angled run there was right on the money. Stanley Yongi, that dummy half. Now Lyman takes them on.
On there.
It's relentless energy and intensity with the ball in hand is continuing from Auckland Blue. Oh, and there's an error. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Errors have been few and far between from this Auckland Blue team who have been on fire in these first 19 minutes of the second half.
Just can't see any relief in the side. South Island, they've just been bombarded with power, the power game. If it's not from dummy half, they're on the edges. Their powerhouse left edge and right edge runners.
You've got to give them a window.
And then you've got Schuster Lehman really orchestrating.
Feed. Out.
Out they come to South Island through Tom Campbell, one of the former West Coasters in the team. It's the interchange. Bouncing out of that one is Skipper.
Tackle 2, move!
Hongi a dummy half. Here comes Faifale, looking for some action.
Tackle 3, move now! Second marker, keep coming. Tackle 3.
To Via. He has
Roll
worked
away.
really hard in this game.
Yeah, go.
Got a good engine on him, as has this man here, Kyle Lehman.
Final.
Tackled by Lehman. Asi. Comes now to Pessier. And they've lost it. And it's been jumped on by Auckland Blue through Taufa. Pessier with a good tackle. Lehman. And now it is Papani.
Good defence there from Masai Asi. He's
not the biggest lad, is he?
No, he's certainly doing some yards in the middle there.
Here's Corsi.
Third tackle.
Tackle 3.
Right in there. There he is with the multicoloured headgear. Nice pass there from Yongi. And now Leatawa up from fullback. He's skipping through tackles. And he offloads beautifully to Stanley Yongi. Leatawa having a very good second half at fullback. Even though he's wearing 5 off the injury to Tiu. And now Schuster with the kick to polish it. And he gets an awkward bounce to Tatu. It's been lost forward and it's still there for Papali'i. New set here for Ata. Oh, it's been stolen. Now what's the ruling?
No advantage.
And then I come back for earlier infringement.
Yeah, good call, Jay.
So it's going to be a scrum to Auckland Blue. I think that's a fair call.
Yeah, Tatu couldn't really get to the ball. He touched it and he was, I guess the tackle came through and he wasn't able to get it here, but they're threatening again on their right edge. Look at this. Unfortunately, it was a knock on.
That's where the referee just played a bit of advantage there. So come back for that first infringement. Auckland Blue with a scrum on the 10. They're going to be hard to stop.
Feed!
As Jeremiah Schuster feeds the scrum. This is Finau. South Island's coach Archie Jacobs wants some good defence here from his team. Here comes the big fella again for Fita. Already got one try. Couple metres out. Yongi goes from dummy half. He's there. Stanley Yongi got a try like that in the first game. He very quick and nippy. And Stanley Yongi, New Zealand under-18 Player of the Year a couple of years ago, gets another try for Auckland Blue and extends the lead.
Yongi, I like the fact that they spread. They've got so much threat. But if you look at Fafita, who takes the ball up, they had to be condensed. But then they've got an issue with the edges too. And so they've got them really in 6s and 7s defensively.
Well, that's another try. That's the 4th try they've scored in the second half. Remember that halftime score, folks, is only 8 points to 4. So 22-0 in the second half it is so far to Auckland Blue. And there's still 11 minutes to play.
Yeah, she's a difficult situation for South Island. You are just scrambling.
Lyman now with the conversion. It's a simple one, and 32 points to 4. So every try that the South Island has scored in the second half, Richie, has been converted by Caleb Lyman.
South Island 4.
So 32
Just
points
under
to
11
4.
minutes to go.
Auckland Blue drawing a big line in the sand here against the South Island team.
And a couple of, obviously, 3 of the players, first time on the paddock.
Well,
So Alan Needles has had the opportunity
Don't go early!
to give these players a chance.
Yes, and I tell you what, some players that played very well in the first game against Central Districts for Auckland Blue are not playing in this game today. They've been rested. And we'll see, I'm sure, them back for the next game. What a great shot there from Kean Wilson on Taylor Papali'i. Well, Kean Wilson, don't forget, will be naming the MVP of this game a little later. Good shot from Faifale. They're on a much bigger man, Ana Talia. Interesting to see who gets the MVP points out of this game. Late offload, play continues. And here's Maiu'u, being allowed to run again as Zion Maiu'u.
Tackle 2, move!
He looks fantastic whenever he got his hands on the ball, doesn't he? Yongi,
Outside.
Lyman. Create an awkward bounce perhaps with that kick. What's it going back now for South Island? Oh, that's a straight steal. And Lyman's got it. Schuster has picked it up. It's going to be a knock-on.
Knock on by Blue. Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, there's a lot of players with the MVP tag.
Well, there were a number of contenders in the games we did yesterday at Upahiki Sports Park, Richie. Some very good performances not being acknowledged. You can only give 3 in a game. So it's going to be interesting to see what is decided out of this game here, because there's a number of players putting their hands up.
Go back, guys. Go back.
Especially in this Auckland Blue side.
You need a ball.
So just under 10 to play. 6 tries to 1. Blue really rocked away with this game in the second half.
Hold half, hold.
And next week it's going to be really interesting, Richie, because we've got the 2 Auckland teams playing each other. And that is going to be some clash.
Move,
Particularly after
now.
Auckland White's
Move.
loss to Central Districts yesterday. Beware of teams coming off a loss that have got talent in their lineup, like that Auckland White side.
Keep coming forward.
That would be one battle worth watching.
Sorry, tackle 3.
Jack Skipper plays the ball for Aimer at dummy half. Now, Fa'avia once more over the halfway
Move
line.
now,
He
tackle
bustles.
4.
Aimer at dummy half. He's a versatile player, Aimer, isn't he? Good tackle coming in that time again from Finau this time. It is picked up by Uasi.
Final.
Jeez, he's worked hard at the back.
Final. Last kicker.
That's the kick. Coming in from Ellison. Nicely anticipated and running on it beautifully was Lonnie Papani. With the set starting 30 metres out from Auckland Blues line.
Tackle 2. Here.
Aimer working away with number 21, Ben Worthington, there for the South Island.
Hold.
Slow play the ball this time from Corsi. You didn't like something. Corsi and George Fa'avia just exchanging some few words there as it comes out to Sawakai Taufa. Taufa's still got it. Now here they come again, Auckland Blue. Well, that kick is going to find touch. Don't think that was the intended result there from Papani, who wanted that kick more to go infield. But nonetheless,
Quick
Auckland Blue,
thinking.
good field position.
From Lonnie. Quick thinking. Nice little kick through. Oodles of energy, Papini.
Auckland Blues' second half has been excellent. Fafita scored the try. Maiu the double. Maiu actually has been subbed off the field now. And Alan Ettles is keeping his captain and prized possession on ice now for the rest of this game, you would think, ahead of next week's clash with Auckland White. which really, after Auckland White's lost to CD, Auckland White need to win that game. Making the tackle, and that's just a straight drop there by Tuli. That's disappointing for Uriah Tuli.
No, you got to be good. You got to hold the ball. You got to hold the ball. That's what come on.
So 5 minutes to go. Wonderful second half performance. 8 points to 4. Lyman with that scrum feed, and now it comes to one of the try scorers, Fifita. Offloads, Yongi. Looking for support here, and now Alaya. He's good in the second half from fullback.
Don't play the ball. Tackle one. Move now.
Now Ata.
Tackle two. 20, move.
Papali'i. Tarafiti. Amo, who's working hard right to the end of the game. Ben Worthington with a good tackle there as well. Yongi. Now it comes out to Lehman. And Uasi, good hands. Lovely hands at the back. He's a good footballer.
He certainly is. He's making the most of every opportunity, and he hasn't had many opportunities, to say the least.
It's a good charge into the defence from Tom Campbell for the South Island. Wihongi at dummy half this time. South Island 10 metres inside their own half. Wihongi on the short side this time. Here's a good shift this time from Campbell once again. Gives us better for the South Island skipper. Oh, he needed a bit more on that kick. Tower made it too easy for him.
Kick over the top. Head inside. Support.
Move now.
Well, they need to try something.
Corsi onto that.
He's been,
bullet from a gun.
He is being dynamic.
Oh, now he's hurt. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's just cramps.
Bring the ball over.
He's been working overtime.
9.
He's carried the ball with venom on a number of occasions.
Yes, he's looked very good in the first half. Of course, those 2 tries that he finished off. Ben Corsi.
9. Bring the ball over and play it. Tackle 3.
Play's going to continue even though Corsi's down injured. And now Tarafiti.
Tackle 4. Kyle, move.
Tarafiti plays the ball to Yongi. Lehman, good hands. Now Hugh Schuster. He'll bring his outsides into play that time as Schuster is going to take the tackle. On the South Island 10, on the 40-metre mark, rather. Yongi. Lehman. Oh, lovely pass. This is Finau. Oh, brilliant. Ata. He's just short. Oh, that would have been another brilliant try to Auckland Blue, and it came up half a metre short.
Right edge again, been prominent. And again, Ata was the recipient on a number of occasions where he was the runner, but he was the receiver in that situation. He was so close to scoring the try. Defence again from South Island, who have seen on probably 4 or 5 occasions scrambled defensively, until 3 of those were from Mapua Uasi.
Wait up. Guys, have a look. Come back.
Well, let's have a look at this attack again. Lyman hitting the line nice and flat, creating the space outside, did everything right there. The half feed out did brilliantly as well. And I tell you what, that is Fa'avia, who basically put in a try-saving tackle.
He's been outstanding.
He has been outstanding. I get the feeling watching Salesi Ata, number 12 for Auckland Blue, and Maiu'u, I just feel like we still haven't seen the best of them in this competition, have we, Richie? They haven't really had their hands on the ball a lot, but whenever they've had their hands on the ball, by gee, something's happened.
Well, I think what makes it difficult for sides opposing them is that you have the threat, so you're going to always defensively have numbers around them. So then it allows you in that middle third to have more opportunities for the likes of, you know, Longi, the number 9, to scarper through. And then you've got the big forward pack through that middle with the nice little tip-ons to score tries close to the post.
Well, there's an injury. Play's just stopped for the meantime through an injury at the moment to, I think, one of the South Island players. So there's confirmation of the MVP points today. Zion Maiu'u has picked up 3 points again. He picked up the maximum 3 in the first game as well. So Zion Maiu'u gets the 3. The other back rower edge player, Celesi Ata for Auckland Blues, picked up 2. And Mapu Uase for the South Island fullback has picked up the 1 point today. So congratulations to all 3 players. And I think we've got to congratulate a number of other players, Richie, who we've touched on through this commentary, have played very well as well. Kean Wilson, George Fa'avia. So this is going to give Auckland Blue more possession.
Lock in.
Another chance maybe to ice this game.
Move forward. Wait up, wait. Hold back half, don't get away.
With just over 60
Lock,
seconds to go.
Feet now. Out.
Caleb Lyman, a really standout performance for him. Schuster, kick and chase. Ata is through. Is he going to get the bounce here? Ata. Oh, yes. A nice foot to the ball from Ben Worthington, but it's going to be a line dropout. As Celesi Ata just didn't get the bounce he was wanting. Another hugely promising player, another SG ball player for the Warriors last season. Short kickoff looks like it's coming. No, it's not. Kyle Amer with the kickoff. Back it goes to Taylor Papali'i, who will wind up. On his own 40. Wilson, boy, he's put in some work today. Number 22, Kean Wilson. And Lee is going to go the way of Auckland Blue here.
You were pushing him down.
And what's going to be the call here? It's going to be a kick for the posts, a penalty kick. It is going to be the end of the game as they decide, Auckland Blue, to just wind the clock down, maybe poke and earn another 2 points.
Come on, take the kick.
An interesting decision here by Auckland Blue to end this game. They're going to find a goal kicker. Surely it's going to be Caleb Lyman. Unfortunately for them, they've indicated that there will be a kick at goal here. And Caleb Lyman just going to get a kicking tee. He's got one now to conclude this game. So 32 points to 4 at the moment, with 2 points on the offering here too for Caleb Lyman. What's been a really good second half for Auckland Blue, with 4 converted tries. And Lyman is going to raise the flags for one last time in this contest. Auckland Blue complete a very comprehensive win. And a wonderful second half for them. They win this game by 34 points to 4.